I normally get a brief from a client, and so basically I study that brief and gather my own inspiration, and then I look for materials that belong to that brief, and then I start sketching away different designs and just let my mind go crazy and try and make the most weirdest designs as possible, and then probably edit them down, and then I present it to the client and they pick what they like the best, and then I go to another phase where I start making the prototypes or making the actual piece, and this is completely different to designing because I feel that it takes on a new form and a new shape, and yeah, and I actually find that process the most fun because you never know what's going to come out, you know, so it's quite exciting. I use a lot of silver and brass-based metals, and also a lot of semi-precious stones and Swarovski crystals. I find they've got this beautiful colour and shine, and it really adds to the pieces. Well, today I brought a piece from the 2008 Victoria's Secret show, and I got a lot of reviews off that piece, and a lot of people really liked it because it's actually a really ornate piece which kind of describes what I do, very detailed work, and yeah, it looked amazing on the model. I'm actually obsessed with detail, so anything that has detail in it I love, so I try and convey that into what I do. So I often spend months and months just on sometimes a necklace, but it's got such minute detail, and that's what I really love. Recently I had Beyonce request me to make some custom-made pieces for her world tour promotion. So she had a film clip, a commercial and some posters, and I made like the royal scepter and all the royal jewels to go with it, and it was quite fun, but I didn't have much time, but it looked great on her. My career highlight would be the first Victoria's Secret show I did. It was back in 2005. I was really young and I was quite starstruck because I'm actually here, and throughout university I actually told my lecturer I should be doing that show one day, and it actually happened, and when I told him he was jumping for joy, and yeah, we were all very excited. There's a lot of planning that goes on months and months before the show, and I basically have to construct and design jewelled couture, so jewelled bras, jewelled corsets, jewelled armour, and even jewelled wings. One year I made a 20-kilo jewelled wing that was on Alessandra Ambrosio. It was actually the showpiece of the whole parade, and it was quite an honour to make these wings. Yeah, and she wore them really well down the runway. I was a bit scared, but she pulled it off. It would be the creative freedom. They completely trust what I do and my designs, which is really fantastic, and I really appreciate it. So they basically give me a brief and let me go crazy with the designs. On my travels, I love travelling, and when I go to places like India, I love looking at the art, the architecture, textiles, jewellery, all that gives me inspiration. I recently went on a trip to Jaipur, and I love the architecture there, so that's actually inspiring me in my next collection. The beautiful detailed work in the structures are just amazing. Well, I've been working with a lot of designers these past few years and designing for them for their labels, and I hope to now concentrate on my label Mercian and do a collection of jewellery and art, and then eventually get into couture clothing. I've worked for people like Jaeger London, Swarovski, Victoria's Secret, and I've done a lot of things with stylists as well. So basically they get me to do things for celebrities, for private and for like stage, so it's been quite fun. The most challenging part of my job would have to be meeting the deadlines. So I've always do extremely detailed work, and I've only got a short window to make these pieces, so I'm fighting with myself to try and get these done. So I often get no sleep, which is, I torture myself, but that's probably the most challenging thing. And the most rewarding is actually meeting people, a lot of other creatives, and learning from them, and me teaching my skills to other people. So that's really rewarding for me. Well, it was a great start to my future. It prepared me, and it also gave me the encouragement, and it gave me the confidence to pursue my career dreams of having my own label, and also giving me the confidence to pursue other fashion houses and showing them my design work. And it prepared me also to present my designs as well, because it's very important, because you only really have one opportunity to show your work and to gain their attention and to get the work. So that's very important. It's a platform. So I learnt a lot for my career. It basically prepared me for what was to come. I've got actually two. It would be supportive and encouraging. A lot of the lecturers and my fellow students encouraged me, which gave me a lot of confidence to do what I have done. And to this day, I still have great relationships with them, and they've been a vital element to my career.